'Cause we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
What's up, Dolphins? I know normally I wear a Dolphins hat for Dolphins videos, but I want to wear the merch of a team that is at least winning something, so I'm wearing my Georgia Tech hat right now. The Dolphins fall 31-6 to the Cleveland Browns. They are now 1-6 on the season, and I'm recording this on Tuesday. So there's a few more things that I'm going to talk about besides the game itself. We're going to talk about Tua real quick. Tua was 12 for 23, 100 yards, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He was sacked twice. After his third interception, he was pulled. Quinn Ewers goes into the game. This poor kid has to go into the game. He was 5 for 8. His first pass was nearly intercepted. And I think we were all just laughing at this point. I mean, I felt really bad for Quinn. At least it wasn't picked. But this team is so bad that it is a comedy at this point. Since I'm recording this on Tuesday, I know a couple things. One, that it's been confirmed nobody's getting fired this week, which is ridiculous. Greer's staying, McDaniel's staying, at least for now. And then, yesterday, Mike McDaniel confirms Tua is still the starter for the next game against Atlanta. A lot of people have been saying that, before I get into the problem with renaming him the starter, let's just talk about his play on the field. He has severely regressed this season. I don't care if you were a Tua lover or a Tua hater in the past few years, you have to admit that his play has gotten worse and worse this season. And it's just, I don't get it with him. But a lot of people have been saying that Mike McDaniel treats Tua with extra specialness, and he is different than any other player on the field, which he likes to deny. But if any other quarterback in the league threw 3 interceptions 2 games in a row, and your name's not fucking Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes, names that we know would come back easily from that. But could you even see either of those doing that? They would be benched. They would be benched until they figure their shit out. As would any other player on any team for performing badly. But no, we're starting him again. So that just shows to the rest of the team that McDaniel does not care. He is going to give Tua special treatment no matter what he does. And the rest of the team is treated differently than Tua. And they're already mad at him for last week. Sorry, my chair keeps bouncing back. They're already mad for last week's comments from Tua about the player-only meetings. So you got a team that is mad at their quarterback. There's no denying. I know they say, we're a team, we all get along with him. You know from this that they are mad at their QB. And the coach does not care. McDaniel says that a lack of discipline is causing all the penalties. You know whose responsibility it is to discipline the team? Maybe it's the head coach. Just a thought. And so, like I said, Stephen Ross isn't changing anything as of yet. I think Stephen Ross is delusionally thinking that McDaniel is going to pull a Brian Flores and pull a team with a winning record out of his ass from, I believe we were 1-7 or something like that a couple of years ago, and like 2020, something like that. But This is not going to happen. In that team, you at least saw fight. You at least saw that the players cared. They don't care anymore. Why would they care when they're playing for a guy who doesn't care about them and treats one player with extra specialness? I don't know. So my thought is, and I watched TD Finns talk. I know he had the same idea that things are going to change when the Dolphins hit actual elimination. Problem with that, you need like 9, 10 losses to hit official elimination. So that'd be another 4 games. If that happens, the Dolphins will be past the trade deadline. November 4th is the trade deadline, and this is very important because there are several players that just need to be gone. Tua, number 1, needs to be gone. And before you say no one's going to take him, he's a high draft pick. Someone's going to take him. There are plenty of teams that need a quarterback, at least a backup quarterback. I hate this chair. I hate this chair. Someone's going to take him. So, if you just look at, okay, the team needs to turn it around before the trade deadline, well, what 2 games do we have before the trade deadline? Because there's only 2. We play at Atlanta and then at home versus Baltimore. You might be thinking, oh, neither of those teams are really that great. And right now, no, they're not. But Atlanta has Bijan Robinson. And with this team's run defense, we are going to get fucking gassed by him. So that's an automatic loss. And then versus Baltimore, yeah, Baltimore's 1-5. Guess what? Lamar's expected to be back by that game. So you can chalk that up to an L as well. So hopefully, within the next 2 games, they will both be fired. And we can start the fire sale and start the rebuild that this team so desperately needs. Right now, the Dolphins have the 2nd overall pick, just behind the Jets. And because of strength of schedule, if the Jets win any game, they will have the 2nd pick and we will have the 1st pick. Now, with the way the Jets are playing, they might not beat anybody. It might be us. They play us again. But, yeah, it's all a mess, and nothing's changing. And I'm not one to tell you how to fan, but in my opinion, if you want new Dolphins merch for the holidays, or if you got a friend who's a Dolphins fan who has a birthday coming up, buy it secondhand. You can find plenty of good shit on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Goodwill, if you live around the Miami area probably. Just don't support this team financially in any way right now because they don't deserve it. Ross needs to see the message from the fans that we're not going to take this. But I've rambled on too long. Like I've already mentioned, our next game is in Atlanta. We'll see what happens. Blessed be, fins up.